Good morning. We are back in action. Ooh, and I do not think I have enough sugar in my coffee today, but we will get through it together. I'm just going to give you a minute to get your coffee and get situated. It's yeah, my hair's everywhere. It's back to school, so we could have people joining us. We might not because things are just getting back into routine and we're figuring stuff out. So awesome. It's great. I'm hoping people will join us and have some fun. And if not, I'll check this out later. Hashtag replay in the comments and be a part of the fun. I cannot, I will start off by saying, I cannot believe it's September 1st today. That's wild. Does that not feel wild to you? It feels wild to me. I feel like I've got way too many things on here. Okay. Welcome back to you. Also, thank you. Yes, I had a good few days off. Was in one of my most favorite places on earth, and that is at my Auntie Gail's house, my Uncle Albert's. And they live on a ranch farm in, I don't know, I guess it would be considered northern Alberta. It's kind of like central North Alberta in my mind, because to me, northern Alberta is Edmonton North, and they're not quite that far, pretty close. Anyway, good morning, Kevin. Thank you for being here today. Good morning, Kelly. Here is feeling slow and crazy, and emails are coming in. It's like, get back to work, get back to work. Thank you. I did enjoy my break. So I love going and visiting my family up there. My cousin Lori. It's unfortunate my cousin Shay, he's working down in the States, so he wasn't there because he's always worth a laugh and a half. But I think my favorite thing about it, if I can say, is that my auntie just spoils me, right? She cooks all this amazing food. She takes care of everything. And I honestly, if you saw some of the pictures on Facebook or Instagram, I just laid in a hammock and read a book for like 3 days. It was bliss. It was absolute bliss. I hope that you have had time to have some, just some of that recharge time over the summer. It feels like, I don't know, are you with me on this? It feels like the summer went poof, like it was so fast, so fast. So you keep breaking up and losing connection. Yeah, I think I have to. My internet has just gotten shittier and shittier over here. And I think I got to start plugging into the modem. I'm just not really sure how to do that. So hopefully, I don't know why it doesn't want to work or what the problem is. I might have to switch computers in the future, but all of the things to add to the list as we move forward into September. Good morning, Kathy. So hopefully I'm not breaking up too much and we'll continue to chat. Let me know if it's too crappy. We can just bail and connect on Friday. So I'm in the process and I would love your feedback. So Wednesdays were traditionally, as Coffee Club has progressed, became our WTF Wednesday. And it was our day to kind of do a little swearing, be a little crazy, get a little wild. And maybe you'd like to see those continue. But I want to get your feedback on from you today on. Okay, Kathy says it's good on her end. Okay, Kelly, hopefully it's better. I think maybe it was breaking up a bit because there was like a bazillion emails coming in. I don't know. Anyway, what I'm looking for from you today is your feedback on what you would like to see with virtual coffee clubs. So my team and I have been having some discussions about the coffee club and sort of what we want to do moving into the fall. So when we first launched this coffee club a year and a half ago, we really were providing an outlet for us to get together and have coffee every morning. We were in a state where we were in shut down and shut in for the pandemic, and we didn't have that opportunity to really connect with other people on a daily basis. So Coffee Club was born to have a place where we could come and connect with each other. With the shift, now I know we're kind of going into another unknown sort of fall at the moment, but the shift that has come into play is that you are able to get out and have real coffee with people and connect on a different basis. So what could you use from Virtual Coffee Club? I'm kind of feeling, and maybe you're with me on this, that checking in every single day isn't maybe what we require moving into the fall. So I'm thinking about whether we just go a couple times a week. We're going to make sure we have lots of guests joining us in the months, just so we have an opportunity to hear other people's stories and adventures. You know, I met this really cool couple who are currently driving all the way across Canada. They started out at like mile zero in British Columbia, and they're making their way across Canada. And we're going to check in with them. I think they're hitting the East Coast on the 17th of September. So we're going to check in with them and see how, half, like full way, but really halfway, because they still got to come back because their home base is in Alberta. But let's see kind of what their trip has been like. We want to, we brainstormed that list of cool people that you would like to get to know a little bit more of. And by all means, post in the comments if there's other guests that you would love to meet. We're going to work on just having some fun and having more conversations with people, and maybe less of me rambling to you every morning over a cup of coffee. But if that's what you also love, throw that in. So I'm looking for your feedback on how much you would like to be a part of Coffee Club. And that can change and differ. I mean, some of you check in with us on the reg. Some of you check in only once in a while. It's really open to what that looks like. But I would love some feedback from you on what you would like to see moving forward, because I think this was as much about me being able to connect with people as it has been for you to have a place where you could connect with people, and we can talk back and forth through the comments, and you can connect with different people, and you kind of feel like you get to know them a little bit. And that has been kind of fun. So let me know. Do you want to keep the sweary Wednesdays? Do you want to just focus on conversations? Do you want to just have quicker cup of coffee and less talking? Like, what does that look like to you? Or maybe you're just like, do whatever. Please post that in the comments. Take a moment. If you don't want to post it and you want to send me a private message, you can do that also. But just looking forward to what that looks like for you and what you think. I was also thinking today, I follow a group called Action for Happiness, and we've talked about them before. We've shared their calendars before. We've had a little bit of fun, and they just released, obviously, it being brand new month, their September calendar. And I love it. I think it is super fun. I am going to do this calendar, and I'm going to really do every single day's challenge, suggestion, tip. And September for Action for Happiness is called Self-Care September. So I have posted it on Instagram. I've posted it on Facebook. I'm going to also throw it up on Twitter when we're done being live this morning. So if you would like to be a part of that, you will have the opportunity to comment underneath that. And I'm thinking we do like blackout bingo fun with this, and a chance to win a prize. Okay, something self-care related, something awesome. And depending on who wins, everyone will go into the draw, but depending on who wins, we'll maybe determine the prize in case it's something I have to mail as opposed to something that could be picked up locally. We'll just kind of see how that goes, but we are going to have some fun with it. We are really going to have some fun with it. So let me know what you think about that. And we'll give you time. The whole month of September, we're going to have some self-care fun. Yeah. But also just checking in, like, how are you this morning? Does it feel like you're ready for September? I feel like kind of sometimes September, because you're sort of back into the routine, I mean, it probably depends on the age of your kids at this point, how that really feels for you. But it almost becomes like it's January 1st. It's a brand new school year. We're brand new into routine. Fall feels like a great time to set new goals, come up with new ideas. Maybe you're going to try something new. And September sort of feels like that reset opportunity. And I like that because sometimes there's too much pressure. There's too much pressure on January. And like we're right in the middle of winter also. So it just feels like a September can be that other new start. So maybe there's something that you're hoping to do this fall or this winter. Neil says that he is in Halifax today, moving oldest back to university. I'm great and I want to go back to work. That's exciting. University is an interesting new journey for so many of our young people. So, yeah, that's what's on my mind today. I've dumped a lot of that in the last 10 minutes. So, I'm going to give you the opportunity to catch up on that. And maybe you want to think about it a little bit and post after. But yeah, think about doing self care September with me. Think about what you would like Virtual Coffee Club to look like moving forward. And if it's okay, I'm going to share your comment. So she says, I enjoy the conversation very much, and you've offered a great variety of content. As long as it's not becoming too taxing for you, I'd like to continue sharing a morning coffee with you and the gang. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's too taxing by any means. I've just always kind of wondered, that's the whole overstay your welcome thing. So maybe every day has felt like too much, and so then you can choose not to tune into that. But I just didn't want to overstay the welcome. And maybe if we continue doing it daily, maybe some of them are going to be shorter. We won't go for a full 20 minutes. We'll just do a quick one. And thanks, Neil. Have an awesome day. Maybe we'll do quick ones and then we can be a little bit longer on the mornings that we have a guest that we get to meet and have a lot of fun with. So we're just kind of in the process figuring that out. So again, I really appreciate the feedback. And yeah, Rob says that him and Meg and the baby still aren't getting out very much because COVID. Yeah, everybody's got to stay safe. And we have interesting numbers coming again. And I know we all kind of have some mixed emotions on what that's looking like. And I know that even this back to school time has felt incredibly stressful for a lot of families. And I was having this conversation with a friend yesterday. I think I easily take for granted, and I owned that for her because I'm thinking like, what are you so busy doing? But she's got 3 kids on back to school week. That's a lot. That's a lot. And especially with people feeling really unsure about what back to school feels like, depending on the age of their kids and depending on what they feel about COVID and depending on where you're at when it comes to the shot and all of those different pieces. So I know it's a stressful time, but I take that for granted because I'm just a mom of 1. It's not so stressful for me. But I was happy to gain the perspective that it is for some other people. And so just love to you today if you're feeling that little bit of stress. So sending out love and strength to you for back to school time. Good morning, Liz. And having some fun with that. What else? What else is on your mind today? Have you seen that? I mean, depending on where you are, and what's really cool about this is because we have people that are a part of Virtual Coffee Club from all over the world, everybody's in different places. But I mean, in Alberta, because I haven't been anywhere else of late, we are starting to get leaves changing color. I'm not ready for that because it feels like summer was just, like I said at the top, it's gone by so fast. It's been so quick. So leaves changing color. I'm like, no, I'm not ready. So what else? Darlene says, my routine changes depending on the season. Yeah, busy farmer. I like joining you all for coffee. Rob says a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule gives you better content. Then do that. Do what you got to do. I know, but I kind of need you to tell me what to do. Let's be honest. Nice hair. Oh, thank you, Mike. Cheryl says, I like having coffee with you. It gives the day a great boost. All right. Well, I haven't overstayed my welcome, I guess. Kevin says, I don't get to check in all the time, but I enjoy every minute of it when I do. Thank you. So that's the thing. You get to choose. You get to choose what that looks like. I get to choose what that looks like, I guess. If you know me, Mike's probably, because he's laughing and commenting on my hair, he knows how much I agonize over actually making a decision. I am the worst. I don't know if you're like this. If you are, tell me, because I need to know I'm not the only one. But I am a horrible decision maker. I admire so much people in this world who can just, boom, yeah, let's go here. Let's eat that. Let's do this decision. Boom, 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 boom. I am an internal agonizer / hashtag overthinker. And so every decision, I know, because Mike's my business partner, he probably gets the brunt of this more than anybody, because it's this constant, like, when we have to make decisions for the business, I am just, well, let's talk about it more endlessly. If you're someone who's ever been deciding on where we should go for dinner or any of those things, I am so bad. Thanks, Cheryl. Cheryl's in it, and she enjoys the WTF Wednesdays. Yeah, we got to find some things to get more fired up about. I was thinking about that this morning, and I don't know if I've just succumbed to some of the energy, but I'm just not as angry about different things as I was before. It almost feels like, but maybe the what the fuck part of that could be where we're just like, seriously, because I feel like that. I don't know. I heard on the radio this morning, anybody who's in Alberta might find this interesting, that the rumor is going around, and I don't know if it's true or not, and I did not do any research before I'm about to say this. Just when I was flicking radio stations this morning, I overheard this conversation, and the rumor is that Dr. Hinshaw, who is our chief medical officer for Alberta, has resigned. That's wild. That's wild. What about periodic Zoom calls? We could do that. We haven't done. We did one. When did we do one? At some point. Anyway, we could do that. Put it on the list. Keep them coming in the comments. Keep your feedback going. Yeah, that was kind of the only WTF moment I had this morning, is that's interesting in the middle of going into whatever is happening next. We know that if you live in the Edmonton area, and feel free to give me an update where you're at. Edmonton went back to putting in mandatory masking. Calgary is having an emergency meeting about that on Friday. That's probably going to be the case there also. They made it optional at school for most of the schools, from what I understand. Cheryl, yeah, our Zoom was a long time ago and it was at night. I felt like we had a party for something. Christmas, maybe? We had an evening Christmas party. And we had Scarlett Butler sing for us, did we not? You see, guys, that's how quickly time has just gone by so much. Liz says she's in love with fall because of cultural days, Mexican Independence Day, the Balloon Festival, and Day of the Dead. Yeah, like your fall's packed. And then really, Liz, in your culture, isn't it, you celebrate Christmas for like 3 months. So you have a busy year, 100%. Yeah. Rob says, how about others leading the video so that you don't have to lead everyone? Sounds like you're volunteering. I'm going to let you off the hook, though, because you do have a brand new baby. So I'm going to not totally hold you to that, but kind of. When Ruby gets older, I'm coming for you. Federal election time, friends, for those of you who watch from Canada, that's coming up. That will be, we go to the polls in 19 days. A federal election amidst a pandemic is an interesting combination. I think that fits into the theme of What the Fuck Wednesday, because it's just been ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, okay. I'm going to be mindful of our time because I could babble on forever, but I'm going to continue. So if you watch this later, please put your feedback in the comments of what you think we should do with Virtual Coffee Club. Some of your feedback. Do you want to keep checking in every day? Do you want to, I mean, the routine works good for me because it keeps me going all the time. So now that it's back to school and there's not as much sleeping in days and holiday days and all of that kind of stuff, that schedule works. But I don't want to overstay the welcome. So post in the comments what you would like to see with Virtual Coffee Club. Do you want to keep it every day? Do you want to do it a few days a week? Is there a guest that you would love to meet, see, learn more about? Is there someone that's kind of tweaked your fancy? Even if it's a big time celebrity. I don't know if they'll ever agree to go on a coffee club with me, but with us, but we can ask, right? It doesn't hurt to ask. So throw those names into the comments also of who else you would like to connect with. I'm looking forward to, definitely, we had John Morris on and Ben Hebert, who are going to be representing, hopefully, Canada when it comes to Olympics and curling, and those trials are coming up this fall. Johnny Moe says we get to go behind the scenes with him when he's in our neck of the woods. So we have some cool things in the works. As I had planned and stated and promised, not only myself, but I think you at the same time, when we had Brent Dodging Horse on National Indigenous Day, is that we are going to continue to dive in to learn more and have more conversations with our Indigenous friends. You may or may not have seen, I think I talked about a little bit on one of the coffee clubs, but I got to take a field trip to check out a place called The Barn, which is in Siksika Nation, and see this incredible store and see these unbelievable white buffalo that are at this location, which are a sign of hope. They are beacons of healing, and it was probably one of the most moving experiences I have ever had. We are going to have more conversations around that. I am hoping to get Lisa, who runs the barn, to join us and have some conversation with us too about where these buffalo came from and why she brought them to her community. And it's fascinating. So I promise to keep those stories going too. We are going to have a whole series on that this fall, which will go on Virtual Coffee Club as well as the Jody Seeley Show podcast. So I'm excited about that. Good things in the works. So if there's something you would like to learn more about, someone you would love to meet, throw their name in the comments or send me a DM and we will add them to the list. Friends, happy September. Cheers to you. Again, the calendar is posted. If you would like to join our Self-Care September Challenge, an opportunity for you to win an amazing self-care prize at the end of this month, just for doing a little something every day for yourself, because you matter. Okay, have an amazing day. We will see you back here most likely tomorrow morning. We are going to work back that schedule. Definitely Friday morning, we will see you here. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we will talk to you later. Keep those comments